Good morning, friends, and welcome to my show, Learning from Life Experiences. And do you know who is with me today? Yes, we have Lieutenant General Anil Malik ji, a great name, a great personality. So let's meet Lieutenant General Anil Malik. How are you, sir? Welcome to the show.
Thank you, Dr. Halima. Great delight to be here. It's a very pleasant morning, and it's so very nice to see you also in a very vibrant mood. So I think we're going to have a great interaction.
Yeah, sure. Anil ji, do you know that we have high regards for the army people, and we always wish to serve our country in the way the army serve. And I remember that song. Do you remember that soldier, soldier, dil ko chura le gaya? So that song was my favorite song. I always used to love because I have lots of compassion, lots of regards, lots of respect for the army people. And fortunately, today I am meeting you. I am so fortunate and happy to meet you.
Thank you very much. It's my pleasure to be interacting with you.
Anil ji, you very frankly tell me that going to the army was your decision or it was forced on you. What exactly inspired you to join the army?
Okay. Dr. Halima, I was born into an army family.
Great.
My father worked in the army for about 35 years. And so right from day one of my life, I only seen what the army is all about. And growing up in the army was the biggest realization that I had was that you're growing up into a family.
True.
The armed forces, I realized over the years as I was growing up as a child, was that it's not a job or a profession. Okay, it's a way of life. It's a big family bond. Now, this is one of the greatest and the first thing which attracted me to join the armed forces. In fact, my mother was dead against my getting in the army because she had seen my father. There was a lot of separation. He would be with us for 2 years, then he would move on. Life, I would say, was, I wouldn't say disturbed, but it was uncertain that where is my next school going to be, right? I remember I started my schooling from a town called Jalandhar, which is on the main axis. Thereafter, we moved on to Srinagar. My father was posted at a place called Uri, which you would have heard in the news in the last few years. In fact, they made a movie based on that area. Now those are the kind of areas I grew up in. And as I said, for me, uncertainty was always there. But it was all a great challenge. Yeah? It was so interesting that every place you went, you made new friends. Okay. Somebody was asking me once that, the fact that you've been moving 2 years, every 1 year, you realize that you would hardly make good permanent friends. On the contrary, I realized that I was making more friends. I was understanding more people, moving from one society to the other. Every time I would join a new school, I would make a greater friend, bigger friend. But I would see new teachers. Some of those teachers, some of those friends which were made in childhood, as we grew up, we are part of it. And I would say that in recent years, I realized a lot of them, I found them on Facebook and such social media. So social media has actually brought us also closer. Yes. But then that is what the bonding, the feeling of oneness, the willingness to reach out to each other was something which motivated me, inspired me that I must be part of this organization. I'll just give you one more small equation on this. As I said that we would move very frequently. Now, invariably, when you went to a new place, and the accommodation which the army offers you is not 100% people get accommodation. So you move into a new place, you got to wait your turn. Right?
Okay.
Because invariably people would stay on, even if somebody else has moved out, they'll stay on till the end of the academic year. But the culture that was there was that anybody who was going on leave, for invariably people would go once in a year for a 2-month leave period. So whenever they were going on leave, they'd leave their house key with the neighbor and said, look, any person who is coming in now, while we are away for these 2 months, please give them our house to stay. So I remember when I think I was in class 7, when my father got posted to a place called Pune. Uh, we shifted 5 houses every 2 months because somebody would leave the key and say, "Abhi aap hamare makan mein aa jao," before we actually got into our own house. And that's the kind of culture that is there. So it's a one large family, and there can be no greater motivation that there is a family which is going to look after you, right? Your husband may be deployed on the glacier, may be deployed in the Northeast. The wife knows that I have a place to stay. I have a family, a larger family which is going to look after me. And that is one of the greatest factors which bring people into the armed forces. And as they grow up in that organization, they all realize that it is this great strength which is keeping us alive. You mentioned in your question that serve the nation. We all serve the nation. You are educating people, you're serving the nation. You're bringing
But
up
your serving is entirely different, because when you go in the field and when you are at the front, there you don't know whether you are going to come back to your family or families or not. And the family plays very crucial role, as you said, that your wives are at home. At least they are satisfied and they are contented that somebody is there to take care of them, even if husband or father or brothers are not there. But the people, the army culture, the other people are going to take care of them. But this is your, I think, positive mindset, or maybe the army positive mindset, that always motivates you people to go for the, like, in other words, go for the death. Like, in other words, you are going to fight, and maybe you will be killed, or maybe you will not come back. So this is great. This is a great passion for the country that only can do this. And I really salute the armed forces for their these type of services, that because life is the most precious thing, and if you are giving your life for the country, then what else we expect from a citizen of any country? Okay, so that was really very nice, very inspiring to know.
Dr. Haleema, I'm so impressed with your understanding of how the people are motivated. You really rightfully said, I or my colleagues in the armed forces all come from the same stock. They come from the same village. Somebody is coming from Haryana, somebody is coming from Punjab. They all come from the same stock. They go to the same schools. They sit on the same school bench with any other person. So there is always a concern that once he's in the armed forces, what is that great factor which I have to keep him engaged? If I have to keep him motivated, he's worried about his child. His child not getting admission in school. Back somewhere in the remote areas of Kerala, he's got the same problems. He's got the same worries. My father is ill. My mother is ill. Who's going to look after them? So that are his daily concerns, right? But the fact that we are able to make him understand the importance of being the army, importance of defending the nation, importance of defending the organization, defending the people of this country, right? That kind of motivation, knowing fully well that every morning when he gets out of bed, he knows that he's not too sure whether he's going to come back this evening. So I know of soldiers who every morning, first thing, they get up, they ring up their wives and say their greetings and goodbyes to their family as if it was the last day of their life, right? The wives also understand this. But that is a culture we imbibe not only in the soldier, but wherever the Jawan's families, the officers' families live together, it is the responsibility of the organization. And in this, the army officers' wives play a major role. They go about reaching out to the thing. They are concerned. They'll make sure that the child is educated. It's not your problem. It's my problem as the head of the organization to do that. It
And
does.
they are
Now, this is
equally, I have seen they are equally very active and they play very important roles, like in the field of education, especially. I have seen them, not only their own children, but the children of the community, the area, and all those. They especially take care of that.
absolutely. I remember that when I was commanding my unit, uh, my wife, besides looking after our own children's homework, something, would make sure that every evening from about 5 to 7 in the evening, she would get together the children of our soldiers who were weak in their studies, make them sit down, guide them, make sure that they attend the homework, because most of the Jawan's wives come from rural background where and they do not have that level of understanding and education. So that is one great fact that is looked at. We also make a lot of effort in empowering our soldiers' wives. Empowering means today I have to teach I have to learn how to operate the internet, right? And open a bank account and such like that. In the old days, we had to do it manually. So we'd get hold of the bank manager, make them sit down, teach every woman how to fill up the form. Yeah, that also is empowerment. I don't have to give them a PhD to empower them. Okay, I have to
But these,
make.
yes, these life skills are more essential, because if they are empowered in life skills, then naturally they
Yeah,
can very easily make their life comfortable and effective.
challenge
So now,
tomorrow.
Anil ji, 38 years to the nation. Great. And from the second highest rank, Lieutenant General, in 2003, you are back. You are back to the civilian. Now, what is your aim and what is your goal? What is your ambition at this stage?
Okay, Dr. Halima, first of all, a small correction. I superannuated in 2013.
Okay,
So
sorry. Yes, 2013. I'm sorry. It was
that's
my.
okay.
Yes.
Now, when I got back into the mainstream of life, I realized that while I was fully prepared to take on those challenges which were there, I realized that I was quite uh, not comfortable in the new environment. Frankly, I would say I would be living in a cocoon, and I would now come out. I had to understand how the organization works. I had to understand what are the challenges the normal human being on the road is facing. Right? Is he? And I used to wonder that look, we did things in a very organized manner, a systematic manner, but that's because the organization was structured. Here, every man comes from a different walk of life. Tomorrow, you walk into a corporate office, which I worked for 5 years with the corporate organization. I realized that people were not very particular about certain things which we were particular about in the armed forces. For example, uh, a happy organization, environment, making sure people are there in time. While they are there at work, the focus is on what their work is, right? For it took me quite some time to understand that how come this guy can afford to come at whatever time he feels like and tell.
Anilji, you are asking for something. For that, we are famous in the whole world. The Indian time starts just after passing 2 hours or 3 hours. That is Indian time.
No, but
Yes.
Dr. Halima, I think it happens in a lot of countries. I have worked abroad also. I did 2 years on deputation in Zambia, where I was coordinating the training for the Zambian armed forces. So I understand. There are some cultures which are imbibed right from day one. Firstly, ours is such a large country; it's very difficult to get them to start thinking together, right? But now things are changing. You're thinking,
Now the people, like, they understand that importance of timing. Like the coaches are there who are giving them the importance of even 1 second. Like we can say our Sushil sir, he's saying
yeah.
$1 million second. So now I think the things are changing. You are right. Yes, absolutely.
So this is this culture, and and frankly, I don't know whether you remember, but I very vivid remember there was an era when we had the emergency in India in the mid 70s. If the office during that period, if the office was to start at 9, I would see that the last man was in the office at 8:45, right? 15 minutes before, because he didn't want to take a chance. Okay, yeah, I can afford to get it. Okay, but that's all right. Today, people have become more focused on achieving targets and achieving objectives, right? In fact, there are a lot of organizations pre-corona also who felt that, okay, it doesn't matter if you don't come for work for 5 days, as long as you're doing the work from your home. Okay. And now, of course, we know that big companies have announced that for the next 1 year, to start with, you don't have to come to work. Right? Sit in your house, do the job, and produce things. All right. Now, but coming back to your question, uh, I have realized that like I said, I picked up certain values in my organization, uh, a certain work culture. Like you said, Brigadier Basim is imparting education to everyone to understand the importance of time. So also I have felt that there is a need for us to understand the importance of having good attitude and building strong and good relationships.
Wonderful.
I do understand that in the corporate world there are different fields and different things. But I do also know that the CEO of a company, if you ask him where do your employees live, he will not know
Yes,
because his
that is true.
case is different. Now that is not a good relationship building. We have to understand that if you build good, strong relationships within the organization, if I know that my child, my employee's child, or my colleague's child studying in X school in Adarsh Nagar, right? And that child is in so and so class. Now, when I meet that member of the staff, maybe on the elevator or in the corridor, and if I smile at him and ask him, "Hello, Mr. So and so, how's Dipesh? How's his examination coming up?" Can you understand the psychological impact that man is going to have?
Yes,
Now, that employee is going to give his life for that company, right?
very true.
So my focus and what I want to spread the message, and I want to, we have to change our own mindset. We have to build strong relationships in whatever organization we run, and the attitude must be positive. Build up an attitude of gratitude for everything that happens. Gratitude
Yes,
to your organization.
I appreciate your vision, and I wish you all the best. Now, the question is that how you are going to do it, because your mission, your goal is now clear, that you want the people to change their attitude, and especially in the companies, especially in the organizations where the boss has to understand the needs and family of their staff, and in this way they have to build a very strong relationship. So how you are going to do this, because our country is such a vast country, and we have our population, organizations, and there are so many in numbers. So how you are going to reach to the people?
Okay, so one of the reasons why I joined this program, uh, the TTOT program that I'm attending at the moment, there were two reasons. One, that I realized that I was not very familiar with the digital format and the tech aspects of it, because while I've been a trainer and a speaker in various forums for a lifetime, I would say, right? But frankly, I was not very conversant with doing all this online thing. So that was the first agenda that I had. I must learn how to do the same thing online. I would still, honestly, love to get back to the uh, physical contact model, but yes, we have to gradually get back to this hybrid thing. So that was one focus. The other focus was I wanted to understand. Uh, I don't. I'm not very fond of this terminology that I have to do marketing for myself. Huh? I don't like the idea of marketing. Marketing myself, right? But I wanted to learn from.
Sir, sorry for intervening, but there is no need of marketing for you. You yourself are a brand. So
Okay.
every
No, but
yes.
yeah. So therefore, I have to learn how to uh, open a platform for myself. So that was another reason. And I think within this 3 odd weeks that we've been part of this program, I've seen that each one is willing to help each other, right? And so therefore, I feel that not only the 19 people that we are together in the classroom, but 19 into 100. So I've made 1900 contacts, right? So these 1900 contacts are going to now give me the platform where I can go out. I want to do public speaking, speaking to schools, colleges, um, such like thing. Be part of panel discussions where I can spread my message. Maybe sometime later, maybe run a program encompassing various subjects. But that I think is so. For the start, I want to get into find platforms to address people, to share my views, maybe join panels and such like thing. For which your program
Yes.
and the program that I'm undergoing is going to help, hopefully provide me that platform.
I'm sure, sir, whenever this message will go out and the people will come to know that you are for this noble cause, so then thousands of people will rush to invite you, because your thought processes, your values, and all these are very rare nowadays. And especially when you say that I'm not here to market myself, I'm here just to give to the new generation whatever you have imbibed the values from the army culture. So now I wish you all the best. Now let's move towards the life, because that is
Yeah.
your mission, and your mission will be fulfilled, I'm 100% sure, by the grace
So
of Almighty.
last point that I want to make is that given that platform, I understand also that the youth today have their own challenges, they have their own concerns. I want to gel with them and tell, perhaps put across to them that how do they shape their future to take on these new challenges. So that's the niche or the mission that I have for myself. So shaping the future for the younger generation. And thank you. It's been a great delight talking to you. And
So, sir, now tell me that you are a very optimistic person. I can see optimistic mindset you have. So, how COVID-19 has affected your life? That's what I wanted to know from you. That during last 8-9 months, I have seen the people grumbling. I have seen the people talking negative. I have seen the people saying that 2020 is just zero for my life. There is nothing in 2020. What Mr. Anil has to say about that?
okay, first of all, talking about 2020 and COVID. Just 2 days back, I saw a nice cartoon made by somebody that please understand that 2020, 31st December 2020 is not right the finish point for COVID, and COVID is not going to say bye bye 2020. Now I'm also going. You go, guys, go and enjoy 21. Okay, the virus is going to be there with us for a long time. The vaccines are being developed and such like. But what has been the impact? Let's look at it in a positive manner. Right? While we've been tied down to the house, I've not been able to go and have a party with my friends, not able to go to the club, movies. But do we realize that the kind of bonding that is taking place within the families? Every person used to crib. I'm so busy. I'm running after achieving my targets. I'm running after the bus. I'm running after catching the metro. I have no time to sit with my family. I think today, COVID-19, by virtue of the fact, a lot of people are seeing their children all day. Okay, there may be frictions also happening in the families because you're seeing each other too often, right? But then there is always that achievement which takes place. You spend time, you bond together. Now the children have time to listen to you. They are also mentally relaxed. He's enjoying himself. He's got a platform. If he has a problem, now he's got somebody sitting next to him to understand his problem. There's an old saying which used to say that families which eat together always live together. And I'm very fond of this statement. I've liked it all my life. But we had reached an era where the dietitian told me and my wife that at your age, you must have your dinner at 7:30, right? But my desire to eat with my child, the morning breakfast, they are in a hurry, no time to sit together. Lunchtime, they're any case out for work. So evening used to be the only time when everybody used to sit down together, share ideas, share views. I would like to understand, what has my son done in the school today? I would like to understand that, how is he getting along at work? Is he happy in his work environment? Right. So that we could provide whatever guidance. But over the last few years, the fast pace of life has deprived us of this opportunity. So I think COVID has brought us back together. The ability to understand each other, the ability for them to see our problems and for us to understand their problems. So that's a great positive that has happened. Like I said, it's here for some time. Right? So you got to take your precautions. If the Prime Minister has to come on television yesterday and to tell us that now we are into a festival season, please take care, right? So and they're simple requirements, simple demands. Wash your hands. I think nothing wrong in saying that wash your hands. It's a good thing if you wash your hands. Good for your own health. Build up your immunity. Build up your immunity means eat good, proper food, which is healthy food. So maybe, any case, if you're not going out, a lot of the junk food is discarded and you're going to eat what mama makes for you. Right? And the other thing is that wear a mask, maintain a distance. I think it's a very good thought.
Very simple steps we have to take. Nothing very complicated.
Simple steps. Yes, we do understand that you're missing out your friends. But then a friend of mine had his 60th birthday about a month back. So we all got together on Zoom, right? And we enjoyed a party on Zoom. So, okay, so everybody devises means to think, yes, we want to go out, we want to step out. Now people are moving out. Everybody's moving out. Cinema halls have opened, malls have opened with precaution. So life is gradually getting back to what it was earlier. But there will always be changes. There will always be things. Like I said, I would love to get back into an auditorium and speak to people, where after the thing, I probably enjoy a cup of tea with a group of younger generation, because I also need to learn from them. At the moment, while I may be sending across my message, but I'm not able to actually get down to learning from them. So let's see. Things work out.
Thank you. Inshallah, that time will come. Okay, we are very hopeful. And thank you very much. And I must thank COVID-19. Because of that, I got the opportunity to meet Lieutenant Colonel Jia in front of me. And because of COVID only, we have got the opportunity to attend TTOT together. And that's why we have made so many friends. So it's all blessings of COVID-19. And I wish you all the best. I wish a very happy and safe life for your family, for you, and for everyone. And may Almighty always bless you and always give you courage and strength so that you can fulfill your dreams. This is like, already you have done a lot for the country, but this is your second inning. So I wish you all the best for your second inning as well. It was very nice talking to you.
Thank you, Dr. Haleema. It's been a great delight. The way you put across their points helps bring out the best in us. Like you said, thanks to COVID-19, we've got onto this online platform. Otherwise, in our group, somebody is in Hyderabad, somebody is in Bangalore. There are people sitting in Malaysia and Singapore. But this platform has brought us all together. So the globe, the world has become closer. And each one of us, I'm sure, will provide opportunity to the other. And inshallah, I'll also look forward to the day when I can share a platform with you on a stage where we can carry a message together.
Sure.
Thank you very much for
sure. And I'll come back to you because I want to know more about you, about your childhood, about your family, about your hobbies. There are so many things to know about you. But due to the time shortage, I'm just going to end the interview here. Thank you very much. And then, my dear friends, those who are watching this, if you want to contact Anilji, then please write in the chat box, in the comment box, you write your requirement, whatever you want, because sir has said that he is available to motivate the young generation, to give them the guidance, whatever values and whatever disciplinary things he has imbibed from the army. Now he is going to give to the world, and the entire world can take this opportunity and be benefited by this. So I request you all to kindly watch this interview, like it, and please write in the comment box if you want us to come to your place and motivate the people. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.